Well, good morning and welcome back to Cityline. With me in the house is the Tacoma Refugee Choir. My heart always skips a beat when they're with us because the kind of music they make is the kind of music that will heal this world. I am convinced of it. And at the head of that is the executive and artistic director, Ms. Erin Gwinnett. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
It's good to see you because I see you everywhere traveling around on social media. So when I get to have you on the comfy couch, it's like I get to say, welcome home. Absolutely. You brought with you this beautiful woman, Gadine Boutin. You are the member coordinator for Tacoma Refugee Choir.
That's right.
And this is your first time on Cityline.
Yes, this is my first time ever, so I'm
Well,
excited.
welcome, my dear. Don't be nervous. Come on. Erin does this all the time.
Okay.
I promise I don't bite. So this has been a big year for Tacoma Refugee Choir. I mean, I'm not going to go through because I would spill the beans, but what have some of the highlights been for you?
Well, I think there's been an amazing sense of cohesion that has come together. The choir really feels like a family in every sense of that word this year. We also, and part of that is because we took a trip to Cincinnati to perform for the National Conference for American Choral Directors Association. And we had a number of members who came back from that trip saying it was life-changing for them. It really brought us together and helped us develop a real clear sense of purpose about why we do this work.
You guys were already so cohesively joined, spiritually, musically, but then I always say travel teaches you almost everything in life. And when you travel with somebody, you really get to know them in terms of how they function in the world. And how many of the choir members had not been on a plane before?
I think only one that I know of. There may have been others, but many have not done a lot of travel.
Yes.
But we took 30 members of the choir. We took everyone who wanted to go on this trip. And it was amazing to take everyone. We just felt like we couldn't leave people behind.
No.
And so we were so grateful to donors who helped to fill in that gap and make it possible.
Absolutely. So, Gadine, in your mind, as a musician, as a choir member, as somebody who helps people get acclimated to the Tacoma Refugee Choir, what was the impact on the tour on the members of the choir?
I think that the impact it brought back of everything we were working on the whole year. Like it brought it into a beautiful bowl of just opening it to because everyone was, we had worked together in order to bring unity and togetherness and getting to understand one another. And I think it didn't make a clear picture until you said we start traveling with one another. Now you're putting even everything you've talked about. Let's protect one another. Let's love on one another. It's like all that. Now you're going to do it on a journey. Whoever is not feeling comfortable, whoever, like we had an experience of in the air where we were not able to get there on time where we were supposed to be, and everyone was just so. I don't know what to do, but how they love one another and to connecting
support.
that.
Look at that picture of people loving each other. This is incredible. And you know what? I love the babies. Have you always had babies in your concerts?
I mean, we often have. There were 3 babies at that concert. Gadine recently brought her baby on stage.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love that. So how has the choir grown this year? And I don't mean in numbers.
Yeah.
I mean in terms of confidence and that sense of we are Tacoma Refugee Choir. I'm going to have you answer that first.
Well, I love our motto. I say creating spaces for authentic expression, interconnection, and healing through song and music. That is what we do. We heal one another. We want to
stop!
heal people.
That was fabulous! I want that on my voicemail. That's wonderful.
So we're creating spaces for that, and that is what actually the choir has grown into creating spaces where we can express ourselves and actually heal from whatever troubles that we face in a daily basis.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
how far we have gone.
What about for you as the artistic directors? You know, you wear many, many hats in that role, Erin, and you welcome your members in when they are just brand new, some of them to Tacoma for the first time, and don't know anybody. So what do you see when a choir understands the unity and applies it to a new person?
Well, I think when someone is new to any group,
Yes.
it's intimidating, regardless of what resources you bring. And I think it's important to remember that everyone comes with resources.
That's right.
We often think of people as having, as being needy, but really everyone has something to offer. And so when you create a space where those offerings can be part of making something greater, it's really powerful. And I think what I'm most proud of is the leadership that's developing in this space, where people are realizing that they are a leader, that they have these gifts to offer, and that there are people who will listen to what they have to offer.
That is the best. So, Gadeen, what and where is your next event?
Ooh,
Oh,
yes,
I'm just going to come to watch Gadeen.
Yes, you should. You should.
We should come. We have our concert coming up next weekend, May 13th, and we are excited. It will be at Tacoma Community College, Building 2, I think that's where it's going to be. But we have all the information on the website. You can literally get all that there.
Oh, I love that. So, Erin, what will people experience at this concert? And I use that word because it is an experience. There is not one concert that is like the other concert. Every time you and your group take the stage, you open up a different chapter of people's lives. So what are we going to get this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think they open up their chapter of
They
their lives.
do.
And I think that that's so important, because I think what we do, and again, we just create the space, right? So on May 13th at 7 o'clock, we're creating a space where our choir members are able to express themselves, and the audience is part of that sharing. It means a lot for our audiences to come, because it is not just a passive experience. We want them to be part of this exchange in a really palpable way. This is a particularly high energy concert, and the choir is sounding better than they ever have. There's lots of really rich harmonies taking place, some choreography, and we have our friends from the Mongolian trio, ZJ Music, joining us again.
Oh,
It's been a joy to watch these teenagers growing with us and really being part of our community. So we're doing a new Mongolian song called Morin Khu, which is, we're singing in Mongolian, and
I love this.
it's so amazing, and it's a joy to be part of that. We have a live band, and we have such a range, I think, on this concert, between some jazzier tunes and just some really, we have some new pieces, including Help Me Find a Home, which got standing ovations in Cincinnati. And then, of course, Gadeen's going to be dancing to Moon Song.
Okay, so I was going to ask you, what does it mean to dance the Moon Song, Gadeen?
The Moon Song is such a deep felt. It's a story. It's a life living. I think when you listen to it, it has a kind of sad everyday life struggles to more hope and growing. And so when I'm dancing, or when you make that movement of what moons means to everybody, it's just a moment of connecting and coming back to centered and creating hope that there is a better moon somewhere, and it can be moon anywhere you are. So I just love, it's just every time. Like by the end of dance, I'm always usually shaking, because I connect back to how my life is, or the life of my fellow choir members have been. So.
Oh my gosh! I want to see the moon dance.
movement.
I want to see it.
It's stunning. She has like these giant wings in this cape.
Oh my gosh, we should have. Well, it's okay. Go to the concert and see it.
It's
That
really
is right.
That's
Yeah.
right. So, Erin, in these last few minutes, what else is on the program? And then how do people attend? How do we get there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what I'm proud of, this concert features 12 different choir members in different capacities, between solos and speaking, storytelling, and of course the live band and music and dancing, of course. But I think I think it's really about the feeling of community that's really, really important. We've heard time and time again from our audiences, they can feel the love on the stage.
Yes.
You can literally feel it, and that's, I think, what I'm most proud of. So people can join us on May 13th at 7 p.m. at Tacoma Community College Building 2. You can get tickets online at refugeechoir.org, or we expect to probably still have some tickets at the door. There's a suggested $25 donation, but we are glad to have you regardless of your ability to pay.
You're so generous. A little bird is talking to me saying, Benaroya Hall, Benaroya Hall. What does that mean?
Benaroya Hall. We are making our Benaroya Hall debut on May 26th as part of the Madaraka Festival.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is huge.
It's really huge. It's really huge. So May 13th really serves as this precursor to making this this debut at an amazing venue. The choir, I don't even know if they know what an experience they're in for yet, but I've sung there, and it's really quite a thrill as an artist to perform there. And we're performing with African superstars. So it's an African festival. It's so MadarakaFestival.org for that festival as well.
And that's on the 26th?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to take a little sojourn into Seattle and give them some Tacoma love.
Yeah, it's going to be quite an epic event.
That is incredible. Who do you need to thank, love?
Oh, we are so thankful to Tacoma Creates and the taxpayers who pay for that, as well as our donors and the foundations that support this amazing work. We really couldn't do it without them.
You've hired an assistant artistic director.
Yeah.
I mean, from the moment that you sat on this couch years ago and said, I'm thinking about Tacoma Refugee Choir, and you started out, to where we are today is miraculous. And so I thank you both for all the love that you pour into what you do. And please say thank you to the rest of the members from TV Tacoma, because we couldn't get them on the couch, but we love them nevertheless.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, speaking of music, Kareem Candy's going to be in the house after a little bit of musical chairs. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.